It's game time. The Kid Gowie. Ravens Nation. All we know is purple and black. And if you're not a Ravens fan, Welcome to Baltimore, Maryland, M&T Bank Stadium, where opponents don't make it out alive unless we bury them. Every team be afraid of them, especially all the quarterbacks, cause our defensive linemen won't hesitate to leave you sack. Let's take a minute, go back to Super Bowl 35. Domination was an understatement up against the Giants. Numerous touchdowns, they put up numbers, and it didn't take a nutritionist to see they hunger. Only stat Kerry Collins could get was interceptions. He must have thought throwing to the D counted as receptions. The pass was legendary, but don't sleep on the present. Our secondary make quarterbacks avoid their direction. You tryna run the ball, you better hope your blockers work. You can juke, you can spin, but your destination's the turf. This is a man's game, being soft will get you hurt. Watch the defense force a fumble and the fans go berserk. 17 weeks, only one league out of 32 squads. No one's messing with our team. We all bleed black and purple, you can check our IVs. Raven Nation fly high, watch us all spread our wings. Put your game face on, embarrass the competition. You ain't talking about the greatest if the Ravens aren't mentioned. Screw every other team, cause those dudes are whack. In Baltimore, the only thing we know is purple and black. Go! They always win when the championship's on the line. So if you hoping that they failed, then you really wasting your time. Go and ask the 49ers, I'm pretty sure they remember when they made a comeback, but weren't declared the winners. 2 rings down, but you know they won't stop now. If the opposing D's caught slipping, you know exactly how that goes. That's another deep connection for 6 points in the end zone. The stadium goes wacko as Ravens put in work. Pittsburgh Steelers, that still curtain is looking more like a skirt. So tell me who they say is going to beat the Bengals? Who used to be the Browns until they relocated? Ravens, they are one of the greatest. There's simply no denying it. To beat them, bringing your A game's a requirement. With the youth of the team, I bet they still be dominant, even after the greatest linebacker's retirement. 17 weeks, only one league out of 32 squads. No one's messing with our team. We all bleed black and purple, you can check our IVs. Raven Nation fly high, watch us all spread our wings. Put your game face on, embarrass the competition. You ain't talking about the greatest if the Ravens aren't mentioned. Screw every other team, cause those dudes are whack. In Baltimore, the only thing we know is purple and black. Go!
Welcome back to another SCU Sports. Hey guys, I know last week it was weird because I took the day off, or the week off. I was in Scotland, which was nice. Thank you to people. Some of you follow me on IG. I post some pictures there, and I think I posted on my Facebook group. Anyway, thank you everybody that is here. Terrence, Yash, King Medicine, Raven 76, B More, and Tough Puppy. Shout out to all of you. By the way, there is a poll right now. We have over under 11.5 wins for the Ravens. Currently it's 80-20. So make sure you go ahead and vote there. Tomorrow also AFCNorth.com. So we took some break. Everybody, because football's back, baby. Football is back. How's my audio, by the way? Is it good? Not good? Just let me know. But can't stress this enough. Football's back. And if you haven't followed me on Twitter, Follow me on Twitter because I will need some of that energy. Remember, football is back. And this game is prime time. And I know all of you love prime time. But Sonny here hates it. And why does Sonny hate prime time? It's because since I moved to England, that game is 1 in the morning for me. And Sonny is gonna take a quick nap and it's gonna wake up at 12:30 to 45, maybe at 1, and wake up and watch this game. So I need that energy. One of the things that I do when the season starts, for those of you that don't know, is on IG, so Instagram, I do a live recap of halftime. More than a recap, it's more like what I see, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? And then also what I love and hate about the game is coming back. And I'm trying hard, guys, to get behind many lines. I have one for the Chiefs lined up. For the Raiders, man, I've been emailing people. Nobody wants to come to the show. I'm like, I can do live debate. I can do, we can do it pre-recorded. You give me your thoughts. I'm not gonna edit, but it's hard right now. Hopefully we get behind enemy lines because I love those. But anyway, the season is here. So let's talk real quick. There's a breaking news. Let me see. It was Le'Veon Bell and Freeman. The Ravens apparently are keeping tabs into it. What does that tell you? Is your 1 and 2 is Williams and Gus, and then you had Justice Hill, in my opinion, RB3. He's dealing with injuries, so they don't apparently serious, and it sucks for him because this is the year for him to be like legitimate RB2. So, just looking. Those two, I mean, Bell at this point in his career, So, yeah, it sucks. Now, any back that we put in here, that's an easier task, right? Obviously, taking the Dobbins hit, it was crazy. It's bad. But it is what it is. On the 53-man, look, not many surprises. Levine, kind of surprised, not because of his play. It was more that I thought they were loyal, right? And right now they don't have that ace special teamers. Levine used to be that. Chris Moore used to be that. Justice Hill used to be that, right? None of those guys are playing. And although I did not read the article, I saw somebody send me a headline that said Odafe Owe, worst rookie of the Ravens preseason. And again, I didn't read the article, but when I saw the headline, I was like, okay. I mean, I said this to you guys, right? I said, like, Odafe Owe is not playing great in the preseason. So Odafe Owe will be a guy that you have to have patience. I think the Ravens fell in love with athleticism, and hopefully that athleticism translates. Right now, not great what I've seen. Okay, it's not the best. I know a lot of you fell in love with some of the stuff because he flashes. He does flash, but I'm still not sure he is a first round pick worthy. Time will tell. I'm hoping. I'm only hopeful. Rico, shout out to you, man. Thank you for joining here. It says they need running back on the practice squad for that. I agree with that. I see this wouldn't mind Gurley, yeah. Look, they should bring Gurley for the practice squad. Why not? Put him there. Unless Gurley just doesn't want to. Jason Moyer, shout out to you, man. Thank you for coming to the live stream. Anderson, thank you for joining the live stream. Look, in my opinion, again, this is just my opinion. Dalen, and this is let me just put it here because let me credit for him. He played way better. And to be fair, Odafe Owe for the most part played against higher competition, but that higher competition that he was playing was still second and third streamers. It was not. Sorry, it was not starters. It was not starters, and he was still struggling. Okay, I think right now, if you say, Sonny, can you put the depth chart of the outside backers? Well, the outside backers, how I see it is, well, let me bring it here because I don't want to forget anybody here. Ravens depth chart. I'm gonna forget somebody, and then I'm gonna look stupid. Okay. Yeah, so it'd be Tyus. So hold on. Tyus Bowser and Justin Houston. Those are your outside starters. McPhee, in my opinion, goes 3. And right now, guys, even Jalen Ferguson looked better than Odafe Owe. Yes. Yes, it did. It did. So I'm hoping. Okay, I'm hoping that he can turn it. It's gonna be a slow development for him. This is a next year pick. Le'Veon Bell's trying out now for the Ravens. Le'Veon Bell, yeah. So yeah, I don't know if he's coming out, but they're definitely trying out Felipe. They're definitely trying him out, and we'll see. I'm not a fan. I'm just telling you, I'm not a fan. Hayes got that. Yeah, but Hayes is way more technical. He doesn't have like Adafe. What Adafe always has. He works hard. It's just not a lack of work. He's a specimen. He's a freakish athlete. That's not Hayes. But Hayes is more technician, and he works hard too. Shout out for the donation. Game Medicine. By the way, check out my guy Game Medicine on Twitter. He also is building a podcast. I also follow him there. But on Twitter, this dude keeps me up to date. Everything that is happening on the Ravens and other other teams in the medicine realm. If you have questions about timelines, my guy Game Medicine, he can answer you. Le'Veon Bell, Freeman, and Holyfield work out for the Ravens today. DT McKenzie also work out for the Ravens. Okay, Justin Hill reporting tore his Achilles. Oh shit. Okay, I didn't know that. I think Gurley, again, thank you for the donation. I think Gurley, in my opinion, better than those two. Bell might be PBS. Owe was doing good against the run in okay. This is fair. Anderson, this is fair. Against the run, he was. If you go, this is pre-draft, before we drafted. So I have a video out there. What I thought of Odafe Owe. So I'm not one that goes back and deletes my video. It's there. Like you can go on my channel, say Odafe Owe, and you can search what I thought of him pre-draft, right? And I said the dude is good against the run. He is good against the run, and the athleticism help him. It's just he needs more. And when we drafted him, I said this is then after we drafted him, because I'm trying now to like encourage myself, like, oh, we drafted Odafe Owe. I said he's only been playing for 5 years. Hopefully, with time he can get there. Oh wait, okay. You guys can say whatever. Felipe, about Hale maybe. Tyson showed me a lot of good stuff. And the reality is, if they ended up signing Bell, I'm gonna trust them on this, right? If they ended up signing Bell, they're seeing everybody in practice, so they're just looking for RB3 now. RB3. Yeah. Ooh, Manuel. Hopefully. Tyson looks good. Better get depth, guys. Yeah, you might have to get 2 of these guys, right? 1 for the practice squad, 1 for the active roster. And again, Felipe, I'm hoping he feels like another Judon, but a raw version. Hey, he's definitely raw. My whole thing in year 2, and this is what. The reason I'm saying all this about Odafe Owe is not for you guys. I'm not trying to discourage you guys, right? About Odafe Owe. I'm not trying to even bash the guy. I'm trying to set expectations. I'm trying to level your expectations because I have high expectations for my first round pick, right? My first round pick, I'm trying for that person to be impactful. And then my second round pick, I want him to be contributor. If that makes sense. And then third round pick, make the teams. And then basically in the second year, I treat my third round pick as a second round pick. And then in the third year that they're on pick, I need you to start working on impact. Well, I think Odafe Owe is essentially, which is what I think it should have been, a second round pick. Or he in my opinion, he should have been between second and third. But this year, you want to see growth. When week 17 comes, or this year is 18, right? Yeah, 18. When week 18 comes, what you want is to say, from when he started and when he ended, even if he has 0 sacks, whatever. He can have 0 sacks. But if you said like, oh my God, you can see he's beating guys one-on-one. He's getting pressures. Again, I'm not even talking about sacks. Pressures one-on-one, maybe pass deflections. You're like, I can take this, and then because then he can keep progressing for next year. That's all I'm saying. If Owe can get his technique down, he could be amazing. It's just if he can get the moves, because right now he is just raw athleticism. Yes, I agree. By the way, again, I have a poll running here. I don't know. This is my first time I do a poll in the live stream, but I think it's on top. It's over or under 11.5 wins. Okay, let's talk about the schedule. If anything else breaks, just let me know. And then we'll talk about it. First game, obviously, we start Vegas, baby. I should have got more water. Let me do this too. If you want to call the show, make sure you text that number and I'll call you back. Remember, if you haven't done this, it's a Maryland number, so you just need to text and I'll call you back. I don't have nobody here putting you on hold. Just text and I'll call you back. Okay? So, okay, get medicine here. Says, according to Ian Rappaport, Justin Hill will miss the remainder of the season with a torn Achilles tendon. Our running backs are just dropping like flies, man. That sucks. Look, I'm not a biggest fan of Justin Hill, but my guy, this was his year to shine. So I'm never happy when anybody gets injured. Don C, shout out to you, man. Thank you for joining the live stream. Sutton Def, shout out to you, man. Thank you for joining the live stream. And yeah, man, it sucks. Anyway, let's talk about the Raiders. This it's hard to open on the road because on the home opener for Las Vegas, not only is the home opener, it's the first time fans are going to be allowed in that stadium. The worst time to play Vegas is probably this week. Like, literally. Like, if you say, Sonny, we're better than Vegas, sure. But if you don't want to play the Raiders, what week would that be? For week 1, they have hope and they have fans. They're going to go crazy because this is the first time in an arena that has not been allowed for fans. This shiny new arena. So, yeah. Hey, Tanya, shout out to you. Thank you for joining the stream. And Chris, shout out to you, man. Thank you for joining the live stream. So, now, that being said, this is what I'm thinking. And again, I'm going to do a breakdown. So, I'm not going to go very in-depth in this game because there's a video coming up this week about this game. O-line play is the key. The Raiders have good edges. Their secondary, linebackers, safeties, Abrams, he's a hit or miss guy. So our offense should be, especially our running attack, should just be exploding them. I know we have a lot of injuries, but Gus is a good bet for fantasy this week. Gus Edwards, the bus, and Lamar should be great. Also in the passing game, again, they don't possess these guys on the corner side that are gonna stop you, right? I know we don't have our guy Bateman, but between Sammy, I don't want to go too in depth because the video is coming this week. So then we flip it on the defense. On the defensive side, our defense against their offense, their O-line is weak, right? So the question is, the receivers are very, very speedy. So we have to be careful on the blitz because on the blitz, you can get burnt over the top. So obviously you have to be burnt, making sure everything stays in front of you. Jacob is a good running back as well. but the O-line is soft in my opinion, especially in the interior. The outside, they're better. I mean, they have Miller. Miller's decent tackle. So the question is, how can we produce pressure? Because if he produces pressure, it's over. It's over. It's not even. It's not gonna even be close. You're gonna take those fan base out because I think our offense can dominate their defense, and you're gonna see some rust. By the way, you're gonna see Lamar struggle a little bit, in my opinion, because Lamar hasn't really played much. Right? He had the vid, and then the preseason he only did a little bit. So the repertoire it will build with time. With the Sammy and when Bateman comes and all that. Still, I think this should be a W for the Ravens. But again, this will be the worst moment to play the Ravens. But still, I think it's a W for the Ravens. So let me see here. People carried. Oh wait, hold on. Okay. And then week 2, Chiefs. I'm hating all these primetime games. I know you guys love it. I hate it because here's 1:15 for me, and this is 1:20 in the morning for me. Disgusting. But Chiefs at home. This is where I say, my Ravens fans, bring it, please. Just bring it. This is gonna be a hard game. Very, very tough game. The Chiefs had a weakness. It goes back to O-line play. Obviously, now they have our guy, Orlando Brown Jr., and they build that O-line, right? Thuney and others. The other guard, which I'm blanking his name, he was pretty good as well last year. And then they had Creed Humphrey at center, and they also got a right tackle that kept. Anyway, they rebuild this O-line, right? That O-line should be better, but still, they're still gelling. So this is a game where if you cannot generate pressure where you're front 5, and Houston knows this team, although this O-line's new, but he knows this team. But if you cannot generate pressure with the top 5, with the front 5, you have to blitz. Now, I'm gonna, which again, I know you guys are gonna hate me for this. I'm gonna put here an L for the Ravens. Why? I feel dirty doing it because we haven't beaten them. I think we probably, this is our chance, right? Oh, our home opener is our chance on the night lights, but I'm gonna put 1-1 there. And then at Detroit, I think this is an easy dub. Easy dub. Just now a very tough game here with 4. A very tough game. Why? Because Denver, not easy. It's just not. I'm gonna put a W here, but this is a game that I think it can go either way. Again, I'm not trying for us here to break it down to like that's where my in-depth videos are coming later. But definitely here, very, very hard game. Oh yeah. So Jason Moyers is asking, are you gonna do a score prediction for Monday night? Yes, but not today. I'm gonna do it in the video that is coming this week. That is just gonna be Ravens, right? Here I'm predicting the record. And I'm like I said, I have a poll for those of you that haven't seen it. On the, I think it's on the top of the stream. It says over under 11.5 wins. And if you want to give me your prediction on wins and losses, you can put it out there. And I appreciate it, Don. And by the way, again, tomorrow AFC North Talk is coming with the hot takes, and we're back to twice a week, tomorrow and Thursday. Okay, so I said this is gonna be a W, so we have 3 W's here so far, but this can definitely go into L. Indy at Baltimore, I think that's a W. Indy at Indy is a hard game. Indy at Baltimore, I'm gonna go ahead W. I think Houston's coming for blood. I'm gonna go ahead and put that as a W there. My question is, how do we expect to win a Super Bowl not having faith in beating everyone, or at least we have a fighting chance in every single game, man. We do. There's no game here that I think is a definite L. I put the Kansas City Chiefs as an L, but I always say to you guys that when I put my fan hat here, I cannot find a loss. I just can't. Like if I'm looking this as a fan, first, I cannot figure out now. But then I'm like, okay, let me take it a little bit. Let me be a little bit less biased, and that's where else starts coming, right? Look again. I think. Thank you for the comment, Gilbert. I think this is the time for Baltimore to show that they can beat KC. So, but anyway, so far 4-1 is what I have us. Chargers. Look, this is another tough game, right? But it's at home. Chargers in LA, different story. Chargers coming here. Last time they came here, we had a sour taste. I think that we take care of them. 6-1. Bengals. Bengals cannot beat us. By the way, this is I hate our schedule. By the way, meaning 3 home games. Oh, that's disgusting because you know what's happening later. So I think the Ravens go to the bye week 6-1. 6-1. After the Y, that's a W. 7. Dolphins. The Dolphins cannot beat us, right? Same thing. The Dolphins are a very good team, but same thing that I say about the what do you call that? Oh my God, Kansas City with us, Dolphins. Yeah. So I have us here at week 10. 7-1? No, 8-1. 8-1 to week 10. 8-1 to week 10. At the Bears. Here is because I need to start stringing losses. This is another tough game. Again, I think the Broncos can definitely be an L this year, but I have no faith. Oh. You see, the problem is this MFers beat us with Mitch Trubisky when he was a rookie. I think Fields will be here. If it's Danny Dalton, we take that W. If it is Field, I think we also take the W, but it's definitely harder. I'm gonna go W here. The question is, are you sleeping on them looking at here, right? So I have them here 9-1. Here, I think they need to win this game. And I think they will. So I have them 10-1, and here's when they get LL. And I know it's rough, but I think after a tough game against Cleveland, you go to Pittsburgh. I think it's gonna be rough. I think we can beat them, but I think it's gonna be rough. So that's 3 losses, and then Cleveland again. And Cleveland's coming at So this game, week 14, I'm pointing into the screen like you can see me. We're not losing to it now. Again, I picked the Bears to win. Again, not the Bears to win, for us to beat the Bears. But here, Browns are coming from a bye to play us in their home field. So week 14, I have the Ravens 11-3. Not a bad record. But definitely rough because it's 2 AFC North losses. And then you play the Packers, but you play them at home. So I'm going to go ahead and give them a W here, 12-3. This is a W, 13-3. The Rams at home. Damn, I think this is a W, 14-3. And I think we win this game. Wait, is that 15-3? 14-3. But last time I checked the record, I put the Ravens at 12-5, and now here I did a very quick, and it became 14-3. But I think what happened was when I did my review, I had the Broncos probably as an L, and to be honest, again, I think this is a very hard game in Denver. If it was at home, I think it's a W. So if we go back and say let's put that as a L, I think 13-4 to 12-5 is where you live. So I guess the Packers had to be the other team that I cannot find where I put my prediction, but I think the Packers will be then the other team that I put now to be 12-5. I think 12-5 is where the Ravens will finish this year. Can they be 3-loss team, right? 14-3. I'm blanking because it used to be 16 games, but now 17. 14-3. Yes, they can be 14-3. Here's a question: do you think Luck or Bridgewater can do enough to win? I think Bridgewater, because the defense for the Broncos is really good. The corners are really good. Linebackers are pretty solid. That D-line is pretty good as well. They have a really good defense. Their safeties are phenomenal. And then the offense, wide receiver, wise, they have weapons, right? Within Court Sutton, Judy, Hamler, Noah Fant. So they do have weapons. That O-line, which was holding Denver back. They revamped the O-line, so they way better in the O-line. Luck was trash. So what Teddy doesn't produce turnovers. I think that game is gonna finish like a 3 to 4 point game, right? So it's gonna be a hard fought game. It's in Denver again. That's why I think it might be. So anyway, that I think, but I want to know real quick here. Give me your wins total here in the comment section. Let me see something. While you do that, let me take a call here real quick. Oh, wins from Raven Ron. Okay, yeah, I think that's fair. Why is this not working? Guys, 11 to 6. Can you hear the ring?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going?
This is Game Medicine, by the way, in the phone. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, guys? And if you can hear Game Medicine. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How's it going?
I'm good, bro. A couple things. First, appreciate all the donations, and I appreciate you keeping me up to date with every injury we have. So
no problem, man. See, all I'm trying to do is just give you guys, the supplemental medical information that already comes with the stellar reporting from like SG Ellison and all the other guys.
Yeah, I know. So before we keep going, can you mute the source so we don't hear the echo?
What? Do I mute my phone or do I mute?
No, the stream. Are you listening to the stream?
Oh yeah, I'm listening to the stream. Sorry.
Yeah. But mute that because we hear the echo of that.
All right, cool.
Okay,
so there we go.
Yeah, so I appreciate all that because I know you're quoting that, but what you're doing, again, guys, he's a great follow on Twitter. What you're doing is you're giving us a more understanding what is the timeline, right?
Thanks so much, man.
I appreciate that a lot. I know you do it also in the AC North Talk, and we do appreciate that a lot. So yes, but anyway, you call or you wanted to be in the show. I'm gonna give you the floor.
Yeah, I said, pretty much. Just called to give you the updates. I was just going through the sources right now and talking to my medical sources up there in Baltimore. From what I heard is that it happened during practice, and what Ian Rappaport said, it happened last Thursday. It was originally perceived to be at least a grade 2 lower leg injury. But upon further examination, they did the initial X-rays. They found some damage. They found some damage toward the back of his leg, toward that area. Then when they did the MRI, they said it was a torn Achilles. So that is a grade 3 injury. It was a complete snap. He will be out for the remainder of the season. Also, Derek Wolfe still dealing with that back sprain. That's why he didn't practice today. And now we know what. Now we know why Justice Hill did not practice today, because of this torn Achilles right here. Also, that's why we had those 3 running backs there. That's why we had Le'Veon Bell, Elijah Holyfield, who I believe is the son of the Dr. Vander Holyfield. And also that's why we had who else? And Devonta Freeman as well. Also, as I said, Original McKenzie also was there too. Also, quarterback Kenji Bahar also worked out for the Ravens again today. Remember, we had him on the squad because Lamar was still dealing with some problems, and he had the COVID scare. That's why he was on the practice squad. So he worked out as well today, and I believe also a safety worked out. So that's what was on the transaction wire, what was on the personnel report today as well. But yeah, big surprise. I did not see that coming. I was going like, why are so many running backs trying out today? I said maybe we need that, but maybe that's why he had a. Yeah. He said, he had to. He said, he tore an Achilles, a big blow. We lost J.K. and now Justice. What do you think, man?
Well, the Justice Hill blows because you lost J.K. Dobbins. This is just my opinion, guys. I feel bad for, again, I said earlier, I feel bad for the kid because this was his chance. But I have been saying for the past couple of years that he has shown me nothing other than special teams on the field. Every time I see him, I'm like, ugh, he doesn't do much for me. But definitely you need bodies, and he knows the offense by now, so that's a blow. I'm surprised that they didn't bring Gurley back because Gurley hasn't been signed. Number 18, I'm blanking his name. McCarron?
McCrary. Yeah,
McCrary.
McCrary. I believe he was picked up. Who was Nate McCrary? Nate McCrary.
He's in a practice squad, but I don't remember where. But they can pick him up and put it in a 53 if they need to, because you can pick players like that from the practice squad and put him in 53. And he would be more ready to contribute than
Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos picked him up.
Okay. But even so in my opinion, what they should do, this is just what I think. Let's say they want to go with Gurley, Bell, Holyfield, whoever. Before you go with all of them, in my opinion, unless McCurry was just trash in special teams, you pick him up because at least he's in shape. Bell hasn't played anything. Gurley hasn't played anything. You can sign those guys to the practice squad and then the following week elevate them. But not, in my opinion, not this week. And that this week, if you want to put RB3, I think you pick that kid and put him as an RB3 before you put one of the guys that we were talking about.
Yeah, definitely, because we saw him. He was a very good runner. He made very good decisions when he was running with us. During the third and second preseason game, he didn't do anything to not earn that position. But we decided not to go with him for whatever reason. And and then the Broncos saw they were obviously watching the same tape we did, and they picked him up. They're saying, okay, he's a very patient runner. He's a very patient runner, much in the style of a Le'Veon Bell. But here's the thing: he also finished his runs. He went through. He always fell forward. So kind of like a combination of both Gus Edwards and Le'Veon Bell. He had the patience. He hit the hole quickly, but he always finished his runs, and he never had a negative play from what I saw. So that was a big surprise why we didn't keep him. At least put him on the practice squad, because we didn't keep 16 people, and we didn't have a running back on the squad, giving the injury we just had to J.K. Dobbins and now to Justice Hill. That is big. But obviously EDC has a plan, and we've got to find a way. And we got to find a way, maybe sign one of these guys. But a big opportunity miss not having Nate McCrary on the thing. And I don't want to go into what's his name, Ben Mason, because we could have had him. We could have had some depth at that fullback position. He was moving people off the ball. We should have kept him as well too.
Yeah, but the Mason thing was always tricky, because the Mason thing, if you cut him, I think they wanted to put him in 53. I'm sorry, in the practice squad, and I don't think they thought New England was going to snatch him. In the case of McClurry, I think what the Ravens probably wanted to do was put him in the practice squad. But if you're Nate McCurry, before all these injuries, right, you're looking at it like, I'm going to be like RB5. And in Denver, Josh Gordon, he always getting injured. And after that, I may have a shot. So practice squad, as a player, you can pick the team that you want to go with the practice squad, right? You don't have now. If we want to bring him to the 53, he comes here. But and again, I think, and somebody here said like, oh, it was only preseason, right? Which is fine. And we're in preseason against the thirds and fourths. All I'm saying is this kid McCurry will be better on conditioning to be more impactful, and then you can get whoever is your eventually RB3 and put him in the practice squad. And when they're ready in the conditioning side, then if McCurry is not ready or has to step up, then you can just put McCurry in the practice squad and bring whoever you sign, Gurley, Bell, Holyfield, Freeman, whoever. Okay, that's all I'm saying. But yeah, the only thing for me that McCurry was weird, he, in my opinion, he ran very tall. Like when I was seeing him running, like running backs usually run more lower than a receiver. and you're trying to find the hole. It was very shifty, but he ran like very straight. And I'm like, this is like, for a running back, in my opinion. And it could be because I'm biased, and I was seeing number 18, so he looked more like a wide receiver instead of a running back. I'm still not used to the whole number thing, but yep. I think the Ravens, they need to be careful now, right? So I think if Williams, this is a big year for Williams because he's getting the chance now to produce. If Williams cannot be, when he gets the carries ready, and you see a big drop between Gus and Williams, then you might even see the Ravens trying to get a trade for some running back on the outs of a team. Because I think they want to have that big, strong running game.
Yeah, definitely. I completely think it could be one. Going off of that, Philip Lindsay actually would be a good fit from Denver. If we trying to get one back, they get one off our practice squad, then we get Philip Lindsay from there. Philip Lindsay, and then also why not David Johnson? I mean, because apparently it looks like Mark Ingram is going to take a lot of his touches in Houston. So why not get one of those?
Duke Johnson got cut, or was it David? One of the Johnson got cut from Texas, and he's in a practice squad.
No, that was Duke Johnson. I'm talking about David Johnson.
Yeah.
David Johnson, the other one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably make a trade a guy like that for a 7th round or whatever. Lindsey, I think Lindsey's not in Denver anymore, is he? I think he's also in Houston.
Yeah, right. He is in Houston. Yeah. He's Houston. Yep, he is in Houston. My bad. And I see Electric Tyrone saying Rashad Penny. That's a good thing. You know why? Yeah, maybe Rashad Penny. Of course, if we're feeling nostalgic, we also have Shady McCoy is still there. Adrian Peterson still on there. So a very deep running back class in the free agent pool right now.
Yeah. So in the case of these RB3s that we're discussing here, these RB3s can be impactful for. I mean, if they're really RB3, think about they probably running the ball between 3 to 7 carries at most per game, because the bulk is going to be from the other two, maybe not even 3 in some games. So as long as the other two are healthy, these guys are basically there as an insurance policy. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard. You're gonna see a lot of running backs being thrown to the mix here. At the end of the day, the Ravens will go with whoever they think fits them best, right? The Ravens don't need necessarily a patient runner for this offense. They need a decisive runner, because Lamar's making the read for the running back. If you need a running back, maybe to do a one cut and go. Le'Veon Bell was not that runner. I mean, he was never that runner. Lamar Jackson is reading the defense, and if he keeps you, if he keeps the balls because he read one thing, and he gives you the balls because he understands that hole is there for you to take, and at most you're gonna do one cut and keep going. If you're gonna sit there and look, then that's just not the running style. Gus Edwards does that really well. J.K. Dobbins does that well. Mark Ingram did it too. So look, we'll see what happens. It's unfortunate again for the kid. They got injured. I'm talking about Hill. But this is the NFL, and we need to find self RB3 because they're dropping like flies.
Yeah, man. For some reason, we only have 2 healthy running backs on the roster right now. And so thanks so much for having me on your show. Just a couple of quick things before I head out. Don't want to hold up too much of your show, but like I said, Jimmy Smith. So yeah, Jimmy. Also the third one, Jimmy Smith did not practice again today. That low ankle sprain is now officially a grade 2 ankle sprain with a partial tear in there. He is doubtful for week 1. I know they said he could practice this week, but I'm still putting him as doubtful for week 1. Like I said, Derek Wolf, back sprain, grade 2, not the a little bit so pretty much this is the same one that Trace McSorley had. So they said questionable. He's questionable for week 1 as well too. And also Rashad Bateman, he is doing well from what I'm hearing during his thing, but he said, but he still have had some core near his obliques and his core. It's not his core anymore. His obliques has been giving him a little bit of problems too. So week 4 is when he can be activated, but let's lean more toward week 5, week 6.
Okay. Well, 2 things before I let you go. So the back issue with Wolf, that started, if I'm not mistaken, a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
What is the recovery time usually for those guys?
Because remember Trace McSorley had a 3 to 4 week. He had a grade 2 back sprain as well too. That's a 3 to 4 week one as well too. And they said it happened a week ago. So I'd put him around the same mark, 3 to 3 to 4 weeks. But like I said, just make him doubtful for week 1 because we play next Monday, I believe.
Yeah.
And we definitely. So we definitely he's gonna be doubtful, but yeah, give him 3 to 4 weeks, same way as Trace McSorley, he's still feeling a whole bunch of discomfort.
Yeah. So one thing I will say with in the case of Derek Wolf is if it is at 3 to 4 weeks, I will say then Derek Wolf is gonna be a little bit later because remember in the case of McSorley as a quarterback, that lower back you feel it, especially when you're jerking that motion for the throw. You put some strain in your back. But as a D lineman, that lower back suffers. So, so I think whatever McSorley got, double it to Wolf because of the position. Also, Wolf is older, but the position definitely. And in the case of Jimmy Smith, I think Jimmy Smith has been doing this almost for a month now, right? I think month. So you said it was a grade 2. Usually, what is the timeline for a grade 2?
For a grade 2 sprain like that, normally they say 4 to 8 weeks. 4 to 8 weeks because if you think about it, an ankle sprain like that, normally a grade 1 sprain would be 1 to 2 weeks. They say 3 to be safe, so 1 to 3 weeks to be safe. Grade 2 is normally 4 to 8 weeks. So about this time, about a month. That's why Coach Harbaugh is so. That's why he's so optimistic that he can practice this week because it's been that 4 weeks, but still that's still a wide gap, 4 to 8 weeks. But also a grade 3 like that, he would be out at least 3 to 6 months. So you might want to keep him we want to keep him, get him as close as possible to 100%. That's why take the Sammy Watkins route that we went with him, and he practiced today, so that's pretty good. So definitely I would say if he doesn't, they said he could be ready because he's already been ruled out for week 1. He's not playing versus the Raiders, but he can but they said, and he's questionable for week 2. So, but just with this injury, I absolutely caution restraint, especially with one of our top defensive backs.
Okay, so that means that, in my opinion, Jimmy Smith is probably not coming at least to week 3 or 4. And if Peters and Avery and Humphrey are there, I think you don't need to rush Jimmy Smith. You just don't, right? And Jimmy Smith is more on the long run. I'm
surprised they didn't put him on short-term IR.
I'm surprised too. I thought he was going to be a candidate for short-term IR, but I'm assuming they thought that he probably is going to be here for week 3. I think he's not going to be for week 3. Again, with Jimmy Smith is more on the long run because what you want him is when Humphrey or Peters gets the nick and they need to come out, he's your outside outside corner with Avery, but Jimmy's in special occasions maybe taking a big ass tight end that he can just do man-on-man.
Definitely. Hopefully we can get our people back. Just because we're gonna need everybody for Kansas City. And like I said, I have that down as an L. I don't see us beating Patrick Mahomes this week. And especially with that revamped offensive line, they got Joe Tooney. They got Joe Tooney from potentially one of the best. I think he's the center and guard from the Patriots. They rebuilt that offensive line, and they're also getting. They also added some more pieces to their defense. They're the number 2. They're the number 2. They're the best team in the AFC right now, and then also we got the Bills. So I I don't see us beating either the Bills or the Chiefs, to be honest. I'm sorry, but that's it.
Well, you don't play the Bills for now. We will see them in the playoffs, and then who knows where those teams are. In the case of KC, definitely it's a hard one. Again, we at this point we just make sure we take that W on week 1 against the Raiders. Anyway, man, thank you for calling. Don't be a stranger in the future. I love this conversation. Thank you, bro.
Thank you so much, man. And like once again, find me on Twitter at Game Medicine. I try to give you guys the best information as I can. And thank you once again for all the support. And thank you for your amazing content, Mr. Sunny.
Appreciate it. Take care, man.
All right.
Again, Game Medicine. Go check them out on Twitter. Dude is fantastic and very, very good responding to questions. Sometimes I have questions to him, but you guys already asked the question, so I just see his answers to the person that asked the question. So no, man, I'll let you. Come on, man. It's gonna be good. Don't worry about it. We are gonna be just fine. The season hasn't started. I don't want no Ravens down. Yes, we lost 2 RBs. One was a big one. The other one, not as much, but still feels bigger because of the other loss, right? So the depth right now is a little bit thinner. Yeah, Burton, don't worry. I put him in timeout. But anyway, I just want to let you know, guys, a lot of content is coming from everybody. Make sure you follow all your favorite tubers and all that. ACNR Talk is coming twice a week. Here in the SCG Sports channel, we're going to have Mondays. And then we want to have a pre-recorded video of the who has the edge, who's winning the game. And I'm going more in depth of good matches to watch and all that, score predictions, so you can look into that coming up. Hopefully we get behind enemy lines. This is availability of other YouTubers and podcasters have been working behind the scenes for that. Sometimes I get some people, sometimes I don't, so I apologize if we don't have a behind enemy lines. And if you haven't followed me on IG, SCG Sports, on game day, on halftimes, I do a live stream just giving you my opinion on what I'm seeing. And I'm contemplating on doing a live stream post-game show after the Ravens game. So, be checking all that if you can. Thank you for the support. If you can, just hit that like. Also, subscribe. In the comment section, if you're watching the stream, please tell me what is the win-loss total for you, your win prediction. And before I go, if you can, just share my content. Thank you for watching, everybody. Have a great night. I will see you soon.